So it is Friday night, not waiting for my steak to rest, ordered some sushi tonight, and with that, probably finished that Sitiko I had yesterday, and not sure what else I'll have with it. I'll probably open up another white. But what I decided to do, and I decided to do this a while ago, I just haven't done it, is do an actual vertical. Same wine, different vintages. I've kind of done that over time, but never in a single tasting to see if I can discern the vintage variation. So specifically, this is Hilllick and Hobbs Estate Dry Riesling from Seneca Lake, Finger Lakes, New York. Now this is a Paul Hobbs project. Paul Hobbs is an amazing winemaker, and everything he pretty much touches around the world, I'd say 9 times out of 10 his wine is great, good to great. I don't think he would get into a project that wasn't worthwhile. So I don't know how much he has to do with this production or anything, but his name is on here. And this is the 20, the 21, and the 22 vintage of this Hilllick and Hobbs, and it's all the same thing. I think they only have one wine, one Riesling, one expression. I don't know much about it. I don't think there's anything even on the back. This one's 12.5%. We can see if there's any alcohol differences. 12.5. So the 21 is 12%, and there's probably a reason for that. The 20 vintage was supposed to be pretty ripe out of the Finger Lakes. The 21, less ripe, cooler vintage, and then 22 again, slightly riper. So what should I do? I'll probably taste the 21 to 22 to 20, but just because I think that might go along with the body of the wine, but I could be dead wrong. So let me they're a little cold. So this is the 21, the one I expect it to be the most lean, most acidic. A lot of the 21s I'd had from the Finger Lakes were pretty much in that style, lean and acidic. A lot of underripe citrus fruits. So in that vein, certainly lemon lime is here. There's definitely a chalky minerality on the nose. Dare I say a little white pepper in there. 22. It's different. The aroma's different. There's like a jasmine and a daisy, and there's a more floral. This has a unripe tropical, more muted, and the 22 is definitely has more aroma. Some desiccating flowers too. So this is more of a floral, desiccating flowers, more of a riper lemon, maybe a riper lime. Both have this very specific minerality, a little bit of an oyster shell smell, like a smell of a salinity. And then the 20, this has a honeyed aroma, also a little bit older than the others. More, I smell a little pineapple core, a little persimmon, confit lemon. This definitely smells more ripe. That's very interesting. I wasn't sure how much of a distinction there would be, or how much I could discern the difference, but on the nose, yeah, it feels pretty prominent. This is interesting to me. I can't remember ever doing this. I probably have. Let's just say I've done it before, but I barely remember what I learned or what I did it with. Just gonna go through them again. 21, definitely the most muted nose. 22. Also a little bit of a funk in the 22. Just something a little extra in there. Maybe that's that desiccated flower that I'm picking up. And yeah, this has got more of that riper I'll give these a taste. Let's see if there's anything there. Oh, that's good. That's the 21. That is razor sharp acidity. Mouthwash. That is great though. That could stand up to like that Indian food, spicy food. This could go with sushi. That's a really lingering finish. Well, lemon lime. I really like that. Papaya. Getting a little papaya here too. Raw papaya. Dry, bone dry Riesling, but fantastic. Really, really well made. I don't think these were that much money. I don't think they charge a whole heck of a lot for these, but this is a really good Riesling. It's so acidic. It could be a little mouth numbing. This happened to me last time I was on the Finger Lakes. I had so many Rieslings like this where my mouth had such fatigue from the acidity by the end of a certain day. I think I tried so many Rieslings in that style. And a lot were probably 21s for sure. Really good though. Really, really like that. Aroma's still the same. It's warming up a little bit too, which is great. A little more, I like the 21 better. It's got a slight almond, like a nuttiness, a slight bitterness. This reminds me a little bit more of a Gruner Veltliner, a Gruner from Austria than it does Riesling, but they're similar-ish. But it has a little bit of this phenolic bitterness on this that's throwing me off. It's still good. I just think, right now, I like the 20 better. The 21. I'll be very clear here with this three various vintages. Finish is a little shorter on this. It's still very good. Still well made. The bitterness is taking away from this a little bit. Yeah. This one's a half a point better. Go to the 20. Most of the 20s I had at the Finger Lakes were phenomenal. Yeah, it's delicious. So good acidity. It was definitely a riper style Riesling. It's still bone dry. It's a little bit more fuller body. Not by a lot though, just a little bit. And finish is pretty long. It's just got more to it, more depth. There's a little bit of a honey element, a persimmon element, more of a riper lemon, lime, mandarin peel. There's just a little bit more in the 20. This also has an extra year of age. Probably doesn't matter all that much, but it matters enough. Slightly softer to drink, easier to drink, because I think the grapes were riper, but it's still very high acid. These are all, when you take a class and you have to learn about acidity in wine, all these are making the sides of your tongue water, which means high acid. That's what you would put on the grid, the paper, your analysis, whatever you want to call it. High acid wine, which means it does go well with food. I really like the 21. I do. Leaner. Oh, so after the 20, gosh, so much leaner. So there's a big distinction between the 22 and 20. Stylistically different, but I like them a lot. And the 22, I say, is the The loser of the bunch, but not by a long shot. I'd say these are 4.5s out of 5, and this is like a 4. All really well made. This is what I love about Riesling, the acidity. There's a lot going on in each one of them. I just really like Riesling, dry Riesling, and Finger Lakes just does a great job, and these are all fantastic. So, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah, yeah. And now that I think about it, I probably did this is 3 vintages. I definitely did 2 vintages back to back in the Finger Lakes of a similar wine, because they might have had a back vintage and a current vintage or whatever it was that they were selling. So most definitely have done it before, but this is pretty cool. I don't know if I could tell by the color too. Hard to tell because of the cold of the wines have fogged them up a little bit. It's hard to tell, and it's a little dark down here. I don't have a white piece of paper, although this bar is white. Well, good stuff. Sushi's not ready to be picked up yet. So is there anything else to talk about? Nah, we'll just keep this video short. That Atsutiko was fantastic last night. I'll definitely be starting off with that. And I'm going to put these Rieslings away in the fridge. I'll probably do this again. Maybe share this experience with somebody else to see if they enjoy it. It's interesting. On this one, they are putting it on here. So it's just different the way they did it. But they are putting the word dry Riesling on these bottles. It is the intent. And they all stand true to that. All right. That's it. Have a good night.